Welcome to the Black Educated Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Makeda Marie, and today's topic is Black and Educated. Yes, so we are definitely going to get on that topic today. But as always, before we get into that tea, let's get into this tea. So I am drinking a Forever Fruit tea. It has a mixture of lemongrass, it has rose in it, rose petals. It has lemon in it. It has a little bit of grapefruit, and it has other components as well. But those are definitely the main ones that stick out. So I'm drinking Forever Fruit tea, and as I stated before, I will be launching the tea brand very soon. So I want you all to stay tuned for that. I'm really excited on that endeavor that I'm about to take because I am a tea consumer. I absolutely love tea, and I just want to be able to share with you all the amazing teas that I drink and all the amazing teas that I make. So that will be coming up soon, so please stay tuned. So let's go ahead and get into this topic, Black and Educated. I mean, that's the name of the podcast, right? Black and Educated. So what does it mean to be Black and Educated? Well, first of all, I have no choice in being Black. I absolutely love the fact that I'm Black. I'm a Black woman. I didn't have much say so in that, But I absolutely embrace it, absolutely love it. Wouldn't change anything about it. When you look at the education component of it, so many people view education in so many different ways. Because I get asked that question a lot. What does it mean for you to be a Black educated woman? Or what does it mean to be Black and educated? And I always say that I'm educated no matter what. No matter if I have 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, no degrees. I'm always going to be educated because I'm always one for seeking knowledge and always learning, no matter in what capacity that I'm in. So never get it twisted that just because you have degrees that you are you are educated. I'll say it that way. Because it does take dedication, absolutely, to obtain those degrees. It took me a lot of dedication and a lot of headache and a lot of time and effort to obtain the degrees that I have, but my education did not stop and it did not start with getting those degrees, because although I have the degrees, I still continue to learn. And one thing I realized about earning those degrees, they were really beneficial. I learned a lot, but I learned so much more just outside of the degrees that I do have, because I'm always one for seeking knowledge and researching and just always willing to learn. So being Black in education, being educated was something that came natural for me. Like I said, I had no choice in me being a woman and me being Black, but I absolutely embrace it, would not change anything about it. But I did have a choice in wanting to be educated and how I wanted to be educated. And for me, it was obtaining the degrees, and it was just continuing to seek knowledge in no matter what it was. When I started going on my spiritual journey, I wanted to become educated in that, so I started doing the research and I started getting involved, being around people that were also part of their spiritual journey as well. When I wanted to do consulting, I did the research on that, and I started being around other people that were also part of consulting. So no matter what field or whatever I was in, I would always get around those people that were able to teach me, and I was also able to teach them. So that's all a part of being educated. Having a degree does not mean that you are an expert or that you are, fully educated in that field. Because having a degree is a piece of paper, and it shows that you have put in time and education. You have put in time and effort for it, but it does not mean that you are fully knowledgeable on that topic. So continue just to educate yourself no matter what that looks like. So it looks different for everyone. And I do not regret having my degrees. I wouldn't change anything about it at all. But being educated is just so many different varieties of being educated. And never stop learning. That's the most important thing. Never stop learning. Never stop wanting to research and be around others that are also whatever you're a part of. Whether it is, if you are in the education field, continue to be the best teacher that you can be and be around those teachers that can continue to motivate you and push you to want to help students learn. Whether if you are a nurse, continue to be the best nurse that you can be, but then continue to learn and research on what's going on in the nursing field. So no matter what field or whatever you're in, there's always opportunities to learn and to educate yourself. And that's, what I've done. That's what I want to continue to do, because no one person knows everything. We do not know everything, and as you grow, as you get older, as you change, as you go through a transformation, as you want to, transition or whatever it is in life, you want to continue to learn, you want to continue to grow, you want to continue to be educated, and it looks different. Because for some people, their education, hey, I have these degrees, that's proof enough that I'm educated, and it is. It is, and it's definitely saying that you've taken the time out. If your degree is in engineering, you have a master's in engineering, so you're showing that, hey, I've taken the time and the effort to get these degrees, so I do know about engineering, but it doesn't stop there. You have the degrees, just you walked across the stage, you graduated, you have your degree now, but you learning the importance of learning about engineering does not stop there. But just like for me, all of my degrees are in education, ironically, so it doesn't stop there. Because just because I have the degrees in education doesn't mean that I stop learning or I don't figure out what policies or what's going on in the world of education, because things are always changing. So that doesn't mean that although I have these degrees that I'm just, I'm good, I don't need to know anything else about education. It just doesn't work that way. So no matter what field you're in, no matter what your degree is in, whatever your profession is in, you do not stop learning, or you should not stop. Because if I ever hear anyone say that, I don't need to learn anything else about that, and, I would kind of look at them a little sideways. Because you can always learn, no matter what it is. If it's something as simple as knitting, because you may consider yourself to be an expert in it, but someone may do it a totally different way that is, time feasible, no matter what it is. So there's always different ways you can learn something new. So you can take the expertise that you have with someone else has, if they have a technique for it, and you combine it and you make it work. So education and learning just never stops. It just looks different for everyone. So I want you all to just continue to be educated, continue to grow. I have no choice but to be black and educated because that's who I am. I enjoy it. I embrace it. And I want you all just to embrace it as well. There's nothing wrong with, being a nerd, Some people probably would say, the fact that I was that kid at the library just wanting to read, or even now, if I think outside of the box, or if I'm innovative in something, some people may consider that being a nerd. I'm okay with that. I don't consider myself to be a nerd, but I am totally okay with that. Because if I am a nerd by wanting to continue to learn and want to continue to grow and expand my mind, then just let it be. So I want you all to do the same. What does education look like for you? How do you stay abreast on, the latest things that's going on, and how do you continue to grow, expand your mind, and continue to build upon the knowledge that you do have. I would love for you all to share your thoughts and your comments with me on education and what it means for you and your family, your loved ones, and how you continue to be immersed in it. And as always, this is the Black Educated Tea Podcast.